My name's Gabriella and I'm from near Los Angeles, California, and I'm currently living in Seoul, South Korea. I am studying natural sciences. I really love the environment, and I'm a yoga teacher. In high school, I was very much the person who was busy between the advanced high-intensity academic classes and the clubs I managed and the newspaper I managed and ballet. The reason I did all of those things was from a point of trying to live in line with my values. And so transitioning to 3 years later, after high school, I'd say I kind of lost touch with some of those values as I started my journey. The university I attend, it was a high-intensity experience in the first 8 months. High academic intensity, high just everything intensity, relating to my personal health and mental and physical and emotional well-being. They kind of just got, the pause button got pressed, and it was more about doing things just to get through that period of time. A couple of events that kind of led me to these crisis moments in my personal and mental health. And I got to a point where I knew I needed to make some changes in how I was living my life. I knew I could live life differently than how I was experiencing it, because I had before. I knew that this wasn't a state that should be or would be permanent, but I also knew it would take effort to figure out how to get out of it. And that's where Allah's program comes in. In May of 2017, I began the program, and we had weekly calls over Skype, and we just kind of began this process of reinvestigating who I am, what my values are, why I'm disconnected with those values, how I can reconnect with those values, and in many ways how I can feel again. It was a reinforcement and it was accountability. It began with kind of an explanation of some of the research regarding meditation and mindfulness that Lala is familiar with from her background, and then going through some mindfulness activities. It was accountability for exploring questions that I may have asked myself but not actually followed through and answered. And it was the opportunity to explore those answers and those questions with another person through the lens of meditation and mindfulness. And then the conclusion of the program was at the point where I had found consistency in my own dedication to practicing meditation and mindfulness regularly. And also when it was clear that my emotional state had transitioned from one of really huge discontent and even sadness to one of optimism. So I basically began to feel again in a way I hadn't for a few years. It was like feeling alive, or feeling joyous, or excited, or optimistic, or full of passion, or energized, kind of all of those things combined. Definitely feeling connected and like one person and not detached. Defining my future is exciting now. It's not in one place, it's not fully defined. It's like very internally satisfying to feel like kind of that unity between an external self and an internal ideal.